Hi Leos, welcome to Universal Guidance. It's time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So Leos, let's find out what can you expect coming up in your life. There you are. Wow, a lot of contrast going on here. Okay, so the overall energy of your reading is the Tower. This is a blow-up situation or a something that uprooted your life that may have happened here. It's a Tower moment. So that can come in many shapes or forms, many reasons. But this surrounds your entire reading. But what's so cool about this is in your highest energy, I have the Ace of Wands. These are the two highest energies in your whole reading. What a contrast, right? The Ace of Wands, this is about a fresh start, a new beginning. So this Tower moment is actually creating a fresh start, new beginning for you. This Tower moment, this right above the Tower here and next to the Ace of Wands, is this state of like a roller coaster ride, okay? It's sort of like confusion. It's like a lot of ups and downs. There are ships bouncing around on the water that's just rolling. They're just bouncing. So these are pentacles. So pentacles are about security and stability. It's like whatever happened here in this Tower moment, it feels like it was a situation or something that was coming on for a while. And it feels like you were on sort of like a roller coaster, like, you know, before it finally just kind of fell apart. So it could have been a relationship. It could have been if it's the loss of somebody, you know, health-wise or anything like that. It could have been that they were on this roller coaster that you didn't know if they'd be in your life or out of your life or in your life. You know, it's so you went through this. With this Tower moment actually happening, that does away with this Two of Pentacles, and it is allowing you to have a fresh start and a new beginning from this type of energy. Next to the Two of Pentacles is the Seven of Swords. So, okay, getting closer to what this Tower moment's about. The Seven of Swords is deceitful energy. It's a card of deceit, lying, stealing, cheating, rumors, just about anything you can think of that has to do with deceitfulness. So that is the energy that was causing this roller coaster ride in your life, and it finally blew apart. Finally. It's like finally. So now you're free. You're free for a fresh start. You're free for a new beginning. And right under the Ace of Wands is the Queen of Wands, male or female. All cards are male or female in the tarot. The Queen of Wands is holding the staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. You made it through fine. You made it through all this just fine. And your fresh starts and new beginnings, I mean, look, you're holding on to a sunflower that looks very healthy. You got a cat sitting right in front of you here, which is about animal life. It's about nature here. You probably have a love of nature, or gardens or something like that. Or it might have something to do with your fresh start and new beginning. Perhaps you're going to take on a new job or something that, I don't know, that has to do with the environment. It could be. But this is beautiful. And if it wasn't for this Tower moment, you wouldn't be in this place right here. So that's what the reading tells me. On the other side of the Tower card, under this deceitful energy that, you know, finally it's like juggling those pentacles, and it's like finally one of those pentacles fell out of the figure eight there. It's like, you know, and really noticing that figure eight, which is the infinity symbol, which, you know, represents intuition and knowing. You knew you couldn't keep juggling forever. You knew this tower moment was going to happen, and it did. Right next to the tower is the Two of Swords, and this is under that deceitful energy. You were kind of blocking this. You just kept on this roller coaster ride for as long as you could until you couldn't anymore. So you had your heart blocked, you had your swords up of truth and clarity and self-protection, and you had a blindfold on, not really wanting to deal with this Seven of Swords energy or the tower moment, you know, trying to prevent it from even happening. But, you know, as it is, you can only juggle those pentacles so long. You can't juggle them forever. One's going to fall eventually, okay? And it did. So, this energy, you were really struggling to try to keep this tower moment from happening. But great things are coming out of it. Look at this. Okay, so the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Wands. That's you, Leo. Sagittarius, Aries. This is your reading, Leo. This is you holding that staff of new beginnings, fresh starts. Right under the Queen of Wands is the Page of Cups. Yeah, you're having a new beginning, fresh start from this energy too. This is the card. It can be a card for Pisces because there's a fish in the cup, okay? So Pisces might be in your chart, might be in somebody else's chart around this reading. But this is about love offers, okay, that are tainted. They don't really amount to anything because there's a fish in the cup. There's not enough room for love. They present it as love or whatever, but it just doesn't pan out. So you're moving away from that. These cards here, you're just moving away from all those cards right there, and you're on your way to a new start. Right next to the Page of Cups is the Sun. Boy, you're heading toward a very joyful period in your life, okay? This is all about warmth, sunshine, joy, happiness. That's where you're going. That's where you're heading. That's a far cry from the Five of Pentacles. See, I think this is what it's telling me. That you were blocking moving out of this energy here, kept on that roller coaster, until you just couldn't keep juggling anymore. You just couldn't take it anymore. It finally fell apart because you didn't want to be alone. So this card, you know, this is a church window. You can come in from the cold, and that's exactly what you're doing. So yeah, okay, this is what you were afraid might happen. It happened, and what happened from it? Not what you thought, huh? So if this sounds like your reading, this is your reading. If it doesn't sound like your reading, it is not your reading, and I would check your moon sign. That is your emotional side. But things aren't happening the way you thought that they would because of this tower moment. You actually have a beautiful, happy, fresh start coming along. Let me take out the second part of this reading for Leos. So it's like you're blocking and juggling and that roller coaster ride for so long for something that didn't happen. Didn't happen the way you thought it was going to. And I'm sorry to laugh. But, you know, I only laugh because we all do that kind of thing, you know. And then come to find out that, wait a minute, this is looking much better than I thought it would. And I laugh because that makes me happy. Goodbye to toxic energy, for sure. Leos. Wow. Boy, do you have something happy and something good coming in. Okay. Up here in your highest energy, bye. Bye, toxic energy. Right next to that Seven of Swords. You probably didn't have a choice with that. But it feels really good, doesn't it, to release that toxic energy? This is a card for Capricorn only because of the ram's horns, period. Not because of the card itself. This is Capricorn, so Capricorn might be strong in your chart, might be strong around this reading someplace in somebody else's chart. But you've been bonded, you've been tied to this energy for so long. Look at the bondage, look at the chains. Goodbye. It's out of your life. You've been waiting for this relationship, for something good to happen, for like it to come to fruition, but it just never did. So, this is just like, it's never going to happen. This is never going anyplace, and it wasn't. It wasn't. Next to the Seven of Pentacles is the Justice card. This is the card for Libra. Libra might be strong in your chart, might be strong around this reading in somebody else's chart. But more importantly, you're taking control of your life. Ace of Wands. You got your sword up over here of truth and clarity and self-protection, and you are getting yourself balanced. These are things you probably thought would be harder to do than they are. And you're doing it. And I don't think it's that hard for you. I think you thought it would be, but it's not. Under the Devil energy, that toxic energy here, is the King of Cups. So look what you've been blocking somebody from coming in and offering you a cup of love. You haven't only been blocking this Tower moment and trying to hang on to this other energy because I've already been through that. But you've also been blocking somebody here who wants to come forward with a cup of love. This is a king, not a page. Look at the difference. The page and the king, who would you pick? Yeah, the king. Male or female? This is water, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Might be strong in your chart, might be strong around this reading someplace. But more importantly, look at that huge cup of love. There's no fish in it. Not at all. And whoever's coming in, they don't hand their love out easy. But they're coming right towards you, and they're going to hand their love out because the Two of Cups is right next door to the King of Cups. There they are. They're handing their love out. You see? They're handing their love out to you, and you're going to hand yours back. It's like this is best friends, soulmates, and lovers. They're coming in. This is what you've been waiting for. It wasn't happening with this other energy, but it's definitely coming in now that you're moving forward. You're taking control of your own life. And the Chariot is right next to the Two of Cups and right under the Justice card. The Chariot is the card for Cancer, so Cancer might be in your chart someplace, might be in somebody else's chart around this reading. More importantly, this is about moving forward. Oh my gosh. Fresh starts, new beginnings. Yes, there's somebody coming in. They might be a water sign. They might be, you've got two for Cancer here. And we also have Pisces. So they might be a water sign, might not, might be in their chart someplace, might not. But the energies, there's somebody coming in with a very huge cup of love. And you're going to become best friends, soulmates, and lovers. And you're going to move forward together. I have the Fool energy under the King of Cups, and next to this Five of Pentacles on being alone. I feel like this is energy of, well, it's playfulness, definitely. It's a very fun card. There's a lot of carefree playfulness associated with this card. It's just bouncing along with your head in the clouds. I think that's the kind of feeling that you're going to get when this King of Cups comes in. But you're not going off the cliff. The thing is a lot of times with this energy, you go off the cliff. I don't think you've felt this for a very, very long time, if at all, okay? It's going to be so joyful when this King of Cups arrives. You are going to have your head in the clouds. And you're going to be moving forward with this King of Cups. It's right next to the High Priestess. It's going to snap you right out of this Five of Pentacles. As a matter of fact, if you get into this Five of Pentacles energy of woe is me, it's not going to last very long at all, because you take control of your life. It's like all of a sudden, I think you just feel your freedom. You feel like, oh my gosh, what a relief to be out of that. So I have the High Priestess, very spiritual. The High Priestess is the card of intuition and knowing in the tarot deck. So if you just pull back that pomegranate curtain, follow your intuition. Your intuitions are running really high. It will help guide you and help lead you towards what you want. So follow your intuitions. I think you know, this is the card of knowing. I think you know, I think you can feel that there's a better energy out there for you. The High Priestess is sitting right next to the Nine of Cups. Now, this is a wish come true. Under the Chariot, moving forward. Look at all those cups of love. This is what you've been missing with that Page of Cups. Look at all those cups of love. Okay, wish come true. Okay. It's also about being able to hand out, because you're moving forward from just putting your love on a shelf behind you. So you're going to be able to hand those cups out to this King of Cups. So it's just not as scary as you think it was going to be. It's just not the big deal that you thought this would be if you were to, if this other relationship were to blow up or fall apart. It just didn't turn out that way in this reading. It's quite the opposite. And if, like I say, if you get into this Five of Pentacles state, it doesn't last long at all. It's right next to the Sun. The Sun is very powerful. You have some very powerful cards in your reading. One more card, the Star. Oh, healing, 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 healing. Okay, this is the card for Aquarius. Aquarius might be strong in your chart, might be strong in somebody else's chart coming in or around this reading. But this is about healing, and right down to your bare bones. It's very spiritual. It's about seeing your own reflection in that pool of water. It sits right on this toxic energy. This is what you're healing over. And you're going to see your own reflection bounce back at you, and you go, oh my gosh, I remember who I am. And that's part of what is going to help you move forward, is this deep healing right down to your bare bones. So wow, Leos, this is a great reading, I think. And thank you for watching Universal Guidance.